guys, welcome back to Banzai. We're already in our third week of the Rugby World Cup. Can you believe it? Time is flying, but it is a tournament like no other. Just recently, Japan's astonishing victory over Ireland, Welsh captain Alwyn Jones stealing a kiss from George North after downing the Wallabies, and of course Samoa not being able to put up a single point on the board against Scotland. Wow, it certainly has been an eventful week to say the least. And this is all taking place for the very first time here in Asia, in a country that doesn't necessarily have a very big rugby culture. But one thing that fans, as well as coaches and players, can all agree on is the overwhelming warmth and kindness that the Japanese people have shown and their willingness to embrace. Now, the Rugby World Cup isn't just about the games, not this time, because it's also about experiencing the people, the culture, and the language. So to show you more, we decided to visit Asakusa Jidai to get a little Japanese cultural experience. Many movies and television series in the past have depicted a lot of information about ancient martial arts that may not actually be true. But we've got your back, guys. Our new lethal friend explained to us the true meaning behind the katana.
Okay, now let's start the Japanese martial art experience. It's samurai sword experience. Okay, my name is Asuka.
My name is Suzuki.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. よろしくお願いします。Iaido, the art of calmness and tranquility, fierceness, respect, and peace. This is the description of the art of drawing the Japanese sword, better known to most as the katana. I had the opportunity to visit a master of Iaido who had a few things to teach me about the ancient traditions of the katana and who we got to know a little better.
These days, we never use sword to fight, okay? But we learn the skill of this sword. The most important the purpose is the building character.
I have been practicing Iaido for 15 years, working at Jidaya as an instructor and teaching the skill of Iaido to many foreign visitors. Today, we will show you our standard experience here that our visitors enjoy. I will show you Iaido, a Japanese martial art, also known as a samurai sword experience. This time, I'll teach the basic form so that you can do the basic performance, although it has been slightly modified to make it easier for beginners. To make sure that the performance looks good, we practice the moves one by one and then combine them together afterwards. We think it's our role to promote the idea of practicing Iaido. It seems like people have a preconceived idea about Iaido and that it's just about cutting things with a sword, but that's not true. Japanese martial arts was originally practiced for the purpose of personality building, and we strive to teach those aspects as well. In Japan, everything seems to be an art, and most things require etiquette. It was interesting to learn that the long history of the katana still affects modern society today. While walking, the sword should be carried on the left-hand side like this. In Japan, people usually walk on the left-hand side of the road. This culture became common from when people carried swords. They did not want it to be in the way of other people. If a person walks on the right side of the road and the other person does the same while passing by, they'll knock into each other and get into each other's way. And since the sword was thought to be more valuable than one's life, they were cautious and ensured the sword didn't bump up against others. That is why they carry a sword on the left side and why we still walk on the left side of the road today. We still have rules like this. All swords have tsuba attached. You must always put your thumb on the guard. We do this because if a sword accidentally comes out of the sheath, we can stop it with our thumb. But if we put our thumb on the top of the guard, it will cut you. So we put our thumbs on the inside of the guard towards our body.
親指を切ってしまうことになるので、少しこの内側をこのように持っています。はい。ではこれ鞘。
This is called saya. We always store our sword in it.
鞘にこう収めています。それから型。
There are many terms that originate from swords in the Japanese language.
日本語ですね。はい。
Ladies and gents, I like to think of myself as a fun, relaxed, sometimes glamorous woman. But today, say hello to my little friend.
So please image the enemy in front of you. He's the enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, please cut. Okay.
Okay, 자,
Okay.
let's see what I can do. Okay, so
2, push.
Push.
3, 4, 5.
go man outside.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay, guys, based on what you've seen, how do you think your girl did? Not too shabby for a Japanese-ikin, huh? Well, actually, to kill any doubt you may have, how about we hear it from an actual professional?
ララさんは本当にもう上手でした。特にですね、女性だとすごく重くて。
Lalla-san was great. It's not easy for women to handle the sword, even just drawing a sword, as it is heavy. However, she drew the sword smoothly and sheathed the sword well.
収めるところ、こちらで初めてされる方は納刀する時どうしても。
Most of the participants look at their hands and hesitate when they sheath the sword because they're scared. But Lalla did it very smoothly, as if she was in front of an enemy. I think she has a good sense of handling a sword. I'm happy that she was trying hard.
すごい真剣にしてくださってとても嬉しく思います。
That's right. That's right. That was fun though. That was a lot of fun. This ninja is ninjaing, guys. She's ninjaing. ありがとう。楽しかった. It's amazing. Many of Japan's tourist destinations are usually on dry land. Well, we're not the type for the usual, and so we got you a first-class ticket onto one of the very few rooftop deck cruise boats in Tokyo, better known as Yokota Boat. Now just imagine a Japanese-style cruise boat fully fitted with Japanese low tables and tatami mats, and inside you are served a luxury meal under a star-studded moonlit sky. I mean, guys, knowing that Japan is more or less an island country, I was eager to learn about the history and tradition of Yokota Boat.
まず、こういった屋形船っていう起源にな
Origin of Yokota Boat started more than 1,000 years ago. First, rich people like daimyo, feudal lords or nobility started to enjoy boat parties, spending a lot of money.
遊びがあってで江戸時代になってそれが庶民の文化
In the Edo period, this Yokota Boat culture spread and then became accessible to everyone, picking up popularity. In the Edo period, Tokyo had developed canals and river systems. There were so many boats in Tokyo. Boats were a very important transportation method at the time. The demands of boats was much higher back then compared to today.
船というのは今よりもずっとその中で、屋形船でお食事をしたり
In such circumstances, having food and drinks on Yokota Boat became very popular among
こういっ
civilians.
た、最先端の技術も使ってより大き
Now, Yokota Boat has cutting-edge technology. The boats are a lot bigger and many people can enjoy food and alcohol with a beautiful scenery.
なお酒を飲む食事を楽しむっていう日本の伝統的な文化を今に残しているということですかね。はい。
The food on the boat, well, goes without saying, was delicious. Now, we heard more about the menu and how guests are catered for.
そうですね。まずは日本の伝統的な、和の食事、出汁を味わっていただく日本の
We serve traditional Japanese kaiseki with dashi and hope our guests enjoy it. We also serve freshly made tempura, fried in the kitchen on our boat by our chef.
新鮮な天ぷらを提供しています。あとは海外からのお客様
For foreign guests, we understand they may have allergies or preferences, such as vegans or vegetarians, so if they alert us, we're able to cater for them.
事前にご予約いただければいろんなアレルギーの対応できたりする料理も用意しております。はい。
As much as we have our natural wonders in SA, I would strongly recommend a trip on board a Yokota Boat.
とっても美味しいです。
Food on this boat is very good. The tempura is so fresh, hot, and tasty. I really enjoyed it.
すごく美味しかったです。
屋形船はやっぱりこうみんなで
We enjoy Yokota Boat by drinking and seeing the beautiful scenery together. It's important to share the Japanese traditional food and the charming atmosphere with friends.
あるところがこう共有できるところがいいと思いますね。
Yes, indeed. I even told all my friends I'm coming to Yokota Boat tonight. I've been looking forward to taking this boat ride.
そうですね。
Well, I normally see the view of this river from the roadside, but now the view from the boat is very different. This is a view to behold, only visible from Yokota
いい
Boat.
ものかなとは思います。
With Tokyo being the world's biggest metropolitan city, people have become accustomed to other modes of transport, so there isn't as big a market as there used to be. But as long as there is water, there should always be Yokota Boat.
日本では、こういった日本にしかない、屋形船という文化があって、船に乗って
Yokota Boat is a wonderful culture, and you can only experience it in Japan. On our boat, we have food and drinks that you can enjoy with a great view and share good times with other people. Passengers are really mixed. You'll see Japanese and foreigners, even from South Africa. You'll have the great experience of meeting new people and enjoy talking to people who you've never met before. I guarantee you, in Yokota Boat, you'll have some of your greatest memories on your trip to Japan. So please come and join us.
船に乗りに遊びに来てください。
Stay with us. After the break, I take you way, way, way up. Maybe a little too way up for me. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Here we are. This is Tokyo Tower. It is just one of those things you can't seem to miss when you're here in the city. It is the second tallest tower in Japan, and back in 1958 when it was erected, it was actually the tallest freestanding tower in the world, beating the Eiffel Tower by 13 meters. Now, of course, it was inspired by the Eiffel Tower, but due to advances in steel, it actually weighs half its weight. And the tower is used for broadcasting as well as tourism, and the views are spectacular. That is why we're here. So if you're ready, I am. Let's go. As beautiful as the scenery may be from the highest mountains, or in this case, one of the world's highest towers, it's not always as exciting for all of us. I mean, the fear of heights is not a joke. Not that I'm speaking from experience, I'm just saying. Anyway, I was walking along the heavens of Tokyo, and I bumped into a few tourists who were eager to share their experiences of Tokyo Tower.
That was terrific, because I was walking around looking up all the time anyway, because it's such a high city, we're not used to that. So it was terrific to come up and get this perspective, looking down instead of looking up.
But as well, it's very high, but it's actually quite hard to see sometimes from some of the other buildings because it's surrounded. You kind of think you're going to come out of your hotel and just see it instantly and sort of follow it, but it took a while to find it, even though we weren't too far away from it. Like, it's beautiful.
Amazing.
Scary.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Yeah.
What was the feeling going so high?
I'm excited. Yeah, excited.
I also excited.
So you weren't scared at all?
No.
Okay, so I'll admit it. I was a tad bit scared while I was up there. So to try and take my mind off the vertigo, we spoke rugby and all things Japan.
Well, we obviously hope Ireland wins it.
We are the...
And England doesn't. And apart from that, I don't care.
Yeah. I hope South Africa do really well as well. They were green. They were green as well. So, yeah. So we're nearly there.
Sensational views, definitely. A little bit disorientated when you're walking around the streets, but as long as you've got a train station nearby, you're not too bad.
We've been to New York, and it's similar, very similar to New York, but they say it's much cleaner, and but New York never sleeps. Tokyo goes to sleep.
It's a very clean city. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah, but it is beautiful. Tokyo Tower was the nearest place to our hotel.
It's the first
but it's a great place to
tourist
start
thing that we've done. So
because you can see all the other venues from here, and you can decide where we're going to go. We might try the Imperial Palace.
Or the Mario Karts.
Mario Karts.
We're in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, in Japan too.
And then we're going to find a good Irish bar.
No, we're not. Stick to the Japanese here.
So, we all discover new things about ourselves every once in a while. All I can say is, Tokyo Tower, you beauty you are not what you seem. OMG.
Yeah, sure. I'm lucky enough to have been up the tower in Paris as well. So, and we walked the stairs of those. So, yeah, different experience. But being able to stand on the glass floor and look at your feet and look straight down is, if you've got a fear of heights, it might be something you might struggle with, I think. But no, I loved it. Great fun.
Yes, that is such a tall tower, and your ninja conquered it. I'm not scared of anything. Okay, maybe just one thing, and it's heights. But I faced my fear, and it was so rewarding because seeing a bird's eye view of the biggest metropolitan city in the world is a sight to behold. So if ever you're in Japan, man, you just gotta do it.
Who would have thought a Buddhist temple would be situated in the same vicinity as what is dubbed as the busiest shopping street in Tokyo? And when I say busy, I mean busy. Sensoji Buddhist Temple and Nakamise Street are both separate but connected. The gate of Sensoji is basically the beginning of Nakamise Street, and both areas have become bustling destinations for tourists and locals alike. We met up with a few tourists to hear what their experience in Japan has been like so far.
What have been the best parts of Japan so far?
Best parts of Japan? I think just wandering around and just seeing different sort of cultures to what we're used to. Because being from Wales and then living in London is completely different to anywhere else I've ever been. It's just so much fun, so much fun.
The scenery's been incredible, the culture is amazing. This is my first time in the country and it's just been an incredible experience.
I think it absolutely has to be the food. It's been unbelievable. So much food, ramen, rice, chicken, seafood, unbelievable.
I think it's the most amazing. I expected Tokyo to be such a busy, out of control place like some other cities in Asia, but it's not like that at all. The people are so polite and helpful. It's been amazing.
What is the one thing you wish you knew before coming to Japan?
Give yourself a day to recuperate from the overseas flight.
More Japanese. I think that would probably be helpful. We've literally been running around on 3 words the whole time, but the Japanese have been absolutely crazy, so amazing, absolutely amazing.
What are some of the quick Japanese words that have helped you get by?
Domo, konnichiwa. That's about it.
Well, you really need to know, right? That's the basics.
Hi is okay, or yes. They use that a lot. Or konnichiwa or arigato is useful as well.
Arigato. That's basically it.
That's really all you need to know.
Konnichiwa, arigato, and sayonara.
There we go. Okay, if you can just say hi, then that's all you need. Tell us about the vibe here at Sensoji Temple and Nakamise Street.
Oh, it's been great. I think we've not done a huge amount of it, but we're certainly since we've been here, it's been really good fun. I think popped into a couple of shops and everybody seems really friendly, really nice.
Well, it's one of the best places to go in Tokyo, I'd say, and really cultural and cycled all up. It'd be good, great fun.
It's just a really neat vibe around here. It's the people are amazing, the culture is amazing, the scenery is amazing, the architecture is amazing. It's an incredible place to come see.
Market's very impressive. There's a lot of local produce, obviously, and we're not too sure what we might try yet, but we'll go and have a look at the temple first.
So I spotted that these guys had some international pride in their stride, so I went straight for the jugular.
Who are you supporting in the Rugby World Cup?
Wales.
Go USA.
Support England, come from England, yeah.
And who do you think is going to make finals and semis?
England, I think. South Africa, I'll go with them. New Zealand as well. And then I'd like to say Japan. I'd like to say Japan. Sentiment. Yeah.
Extra 100 points to you. Who do you think is going to make the final?
Oh, it's a tough one. It's got to be England, and then do I say the Sappers? Oh, South Africa. All right, I'll go with it. Under pressure from Sapper TV, I got to go with it.
Japanese fireworks festival, also known as Hanabi, usually happen in summer, where it's expected that plenty of people are out and in the mood for some art in the sky. But this autumn we celebrated amongst many Japanese locals and tourists, and we joined in a local-based fireworks display in Kita-koen. They told us what they were looking forward to that evening.
I
live in Kita-koen in Higashi Jujo, which is less than a 30-minute walk to come here. Since my wife just came to Japan, I thought it would be interesting for her too. So we came to see the fireworks display together. The fireworks were so big. I don't think you can see different types of firework displays like this anywhere in the world. As this is a huge event, we will have 8,800 shots of fireworks. I'm very excited to see the finale, as I imagine it will have a big display.
A good evening, a good food, some drinks, and a good show.
I want to see, the fireworks, because Japanese fireworks are like madness, and like he has says, like
the food,
the
drinks,
the traditional
matsuri,
yes,
alcohol. Kanpai. Yes.
And as usual, the locals were happy to have tourists present, as much as the tourists were happy to be there. It's great to have many foreign guests come to this event. We wish we had more tourists come here.
Japan is the best country in the world. Period. You have to come here to see this amazing country. It's beautiful.
I think it's so rich with culture and music and fashion. It's unique. It's very unique. You have to come.
Firework festivals are a modern theme in Japan, yet the locals treat it with so much respect and admiration.
This is a kind of regional Hanabi show, so we have to let us promote more to people in Tokyo, not only people in Tokyo, but also tourists from other countries. But maybe I think probably Chinese or Korean and other people from other countries that enjoy this show. I think so. If we can promote this show to other country, we can invite so many people from abroad. Yeah, I think so.
The Japanese people love to celebrate, and when they do, man, do they know how to throw a party with an artistic cultural twist that will leave an impression for a lifetime.
There's still so much to show you from this incredible country that's demonstrated such humility, respect, and warm-heartedness. And it's hard to believe that so much culture can come from just one place. Well, we hope that you enjoyed our adventure this week. Make sure that you tune again next week. And hey, the Springboks are playing Canada on Tuesday in Kobe at the Misaki Stadium, so make sure that you don that green and gold jersey. Until next time, much love from your ninja.